YouTube. I'm Mark Ryder. You're watching Cosmic Rider TV. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe and like button. I would appreciate it. Today we are going to talk about sexual energy, and we're going to try to understand the implications of having multiple sexual partners. We need to understand that sexual energy is sacred, and when we have intercourse with people, we are conducting a ritual. It's a real thing. We live in a society that promotes degeneracy, sexual depravity, on the billboards, on the TV, in the music. Sexual depravity and degeneracy is promoted in our society, constantly, relentlessly promoted. There's a lot of talk in the manosphere and the red pill community about females' body count, and it doesn't just apply to females, it applies to men as well. But there's a lot of light being shed on the importance of women not having a high body count, you know, with all this type of Andrew Tate movement and all that. But let's look a bit deeper into it. In the ancient times, men had multiple concubines and wives because men didn't live that long. Men were out in the field, in battle, in war, so they died younger. Women were always at home with the baby. They were always pregnant. The ratio to men and women was very different. Women would seek out a man that was strong and could protect them and was a provider. There wasn't many men, so sometimes men had many concubines. So women were more traditionally at home with one, tied to one guy. Now, as time's gone on, we've become more civilized. There's more sexual liberation. Women are more it's more socially accepted for females to have multiple sexual partners. This has created a society, and also driven by the elites. This has been reinforced and even encouraged now that women are sexually free. We have to understand that we have an energy system in our body. We have 7 chakras, some say 9, some say 12. We have 7 chakras. Women operate through the heart chakra. Men predominantly operate through the crown chakra. Women are more susceptible to spiritual attack. Women are more emotional creatures. They are more in tune with the cosmos. They are more spiritually connected. Yeah? Our bodies create memories when we interact with people, not just mental memories, but on a physiological and cellular level. On a spiritual level, memories are created just like muscle memory. Our bodies remember, yeah? When we are touched by different energy signatures, our bodies become confused, yeah? Because it creates, there's an ecosystem, and in order for this energy etheric system to operate on optimal level, it must be kept pure. This is why you get nuns, people on monks. They cut themselves off from all audio, visual and touch input. They isolate themselves away from all sensory input in order to achieve that Christ state. So if you want to achieve that Christ state, if you want to achieve higher consciousness, if that's what you want, you have to create the necessary conditions within your spiritual etheric system. You have to create necessary conditions in order for your spirit to function on optimal level. This stuff is very real. It's not hairy fairy talk. This is factual. Yeah. So when you, it's important for females to not share their energy with multiple partners because they create trauma. All the pain and the trauma and the emotional turmoil of that person that you've had intercourse with, you inherit that. Yeah, naturally you inherit that, yeah? So, I mean, I've made my mistakes, yeah. I've been that guy, I've been that playboy. I've made many mistakes. Sometimes my energy was low. Throughout my life, my vibration has been high and been low. Sometimes I've allowed people that weren't for me to come into my energy system and contaminate me. Sometimes I contaminated them. I've had to work hard on myself to raise my vibration. It takes a lot of insight and self-awareness to know this about yourself, yeah? So this is why it's important in many cultures for people to marry young, to avoid this happening. Understand that when you're walking in your truth and your light, when you're walking in God, when you're walking in your true divine power, people are going to want to come and feast on you. When I was walking in my truth and light, many people wanted to feast and consume my energy and conduct rituals with me. Many low vibrational people will come to you when you're walking in your truth and light because they want, unconsciously, they're doing it unconsciously, they want to come and feed off you. You're attractive. You're attractive. Chosen one. You're attractive. You know what I'm talking about. You know it's true. You know what I'm saying is true. And when we do that, we create traumas. That's why you get so much anxiety and depression in people. People can't sit still. People are anxious. Their body's confused because they've been touched by so many different energy signatures. So they're being contaminated. The body remembers. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I haven't made mistakes. I've been that guy. I've been that guy. Giving my energy out there to anyone. Because that's when society almost forces us through pornography, through the media, through music, that is the way to be. Yeah. That carnal instinct in us comes forward. We have to suppress that and keep that under control. Guys, if you haven't found, men and women, if you haven't found a husband, ladies, that you feel secure with, that you respect, and you know when you find it, because you will instantly respect his energy and recognize his kingship. Yeah, you will respect it. Yeah, you'll know when you find it. You know, guys, if you find a woman that you're secure with, that knows you and sees you and holds it down for you, if you haven't found that woman, that wife, that queen, yeah, retain your semen, bro. Retain your semen and channel that energy into creativity and channel that power, because it is a power. You know, there's sex magic. Sex magic is a real thing. The occult practice sex magic. So you know it's powerful. And this is not hairy fairy talk. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. You know, chosen one. You know what I'm talking about. And I know it's difficult. It's difficult because we are constantly spiritually attacked from all directions. We turn on the TV, we go on social media. We are constantly under attack for our sexual energy. Discipline. Discipline. Wait till you find the one that makes you strong. Retain your seed. You know it makes you weak. You know what you... I'm not being a hypocrite because I've done it. But not many of us are going to have the strength and the insight to stop, to look within, because there's not much support. We're not taught this in mainstream education. It's not in the curriculum. So how are we supposed to know? It's normalized. But there's so much people running around with trauma, in pain. They don't even know why, because they've allowed themselves to be, they've shared their energy with so many different people. And it's very difficult. We have to be careful because it can get to a point, particularly for women, when they've had too many encounters, yeah, especially toxic encounters in the past. You could create they can create permanent damage, which is why it's important for you young ladies watching this to try and marry young if you can. And if you've had a bit of a past, it's okay. Work towards repairing that damage and only share your energy with someone you feel strong, someone that sees you, someone that you're connected to. someone that you feel that connection to. I'm talking from experience because I've made the sacrifices, I've made the mistakes to be able to sit here and tell you this. I'm telling you the truth. You're not gonna like it. The truth is never easy to hear, but I'm telling you my truth, the absolute truth, and nothing but the truth. God knows that I'm telling you the truth. Because I don't like the way society's going. I don't like the degeneracy. I want men to be men and be kings and lead, not lead with their genitalia. Do you know what gives a man real pleasure? More pleasure than any woman can give him. Do you know what gives a man real pleasure? Shall I tell you? Seeing his ideas become a reality. That's what gives a man true pleasure. There's no pleasure like that. Seeing your ideas become a reality is amazing. That's amazing. Seeing your consciousness evolve and you become healthy, yeah? That's what gives you real pleasure. You've had your fun. And I know some of you guys you feel like you're missing out. You feel like you haven't had as much experience as other men, and you watch porn and you feel like you're missing out. Trust me when I say, when you get to a certain stage, you realize it's overrated, bro. It's overrated, yeah? It's overrated. You're not missing out on anything. Build. Find the right people to procreate with. Find the right people to share your life force, your semen with. Don't squander it. That's your power. Retain your power, please. It's my recommendation. And see life, and life will speak for itself. Sitting there watching porn and looking at women, you know, chosen. If you're a chosen one, yeah, you know that is nonsense. Share that with your loved ones and your close ones. Tell them. Tell them what they're doing to themselves. Tell them that life will speak for itself. Your life will speak for itself. You will know if you're doing the right things, because your life will speak for itself and you will feel it. Because God is always talking to you through the Spirit, calling you. If you're doing all that degenerate behaviour, you're blocking your blessings, bro. You're blocking your blessings. Anyway, love and light. Thank you for tuning in. Look out for my next video. I'm going to touch on this important subject in another video because it's very important. But thank you for your time. Please hit the like and subscribe button, yeah? And stay with me on this journey, yeah? I love you guys. Take care. Peace.